Bonjour, Kinamagi Nene Erlen and Dijnikas, and welcome to this presentation of Support Coach Television. Today's episode, The Last Training Mission, Part 1, First Read. Today we'll begin by looking at vocabulary, synonyms, and antonyms. You may have heard these words along the way, but here is a refresher. A synonym is a word that has the same meaning, or almost the same meaning, as another word. For example, happy and content are synonyms. An antonym is a word that has the opposite meaning of another word. The words sad and happy are considered antonyms. You can find synonyms and antonyms in a thesaurus. In a thesaurus, words are listed in alphabetical order, and a list of synonyms and antonyms follows each word. Not every word has a synonym or antonym. If you don't have one of these books available to you, you may consider resources such as m-w.com, which includes an online thesaurus and an online dictionary as well. All right, so let's try this. Read this sentence from the story and the thesaurus entry for the word adrift below. I'm the one who has to collect those rocks, and with no connection to the ship, I could end up adrift in space. So let's look at the synonyms and antonyms of adrift. Synonyms are words that have a similar meaning: afloat, astray, loose, or unanchored. And antonyms, anchored and on course. Which synonym could you use to replace the word adrift in the sentence? What word means the opposite of adrift? So let's look at it. I could end up afloat in space, astray in space, loose in space, or unanchored in space. Honestly, several of those could be useful. Afloat might not be a bad one because we talk about floating away. Astray means you're not attached and you're lost. Loose, probably not the best one. Or unanchored could be a good one based on the context of the story. The antonym is anchored. So unanchored would be a natural fit. Here are some that you may choose to practice. The words below are from the Last Training Mission, Part 1. You could choose to write a synonym and antonym for each word. If a word does not have an antonym, write no antonym. So if you're willing, you may, after this video, visit m-w.com and check out the synonyms and antonyms to tranquil, tethered, and maneuver. If you do that, let us know what you found. So let's look at our first read skill, sequence of events. The sequence of events is the order in which the events of a story take place. Understanding the sequence of events will help you know how the events are connected and lead to a better understanding of the story. Graphic novels tell much of a story through pictures. These pictures or panels are arranged in sequence. Read the panels from left to right and top to bottom to follow the sequence of events that make up the plot. Try it. Read the following graphic novel panels, and you might notice that some of them are numbered. I'm stuck. Help me. Look, I found an old rope in that shed. Great. I hope it's not too old and will hold. The rope was a brilliant idea, Dina. I knew that rope would be strong enough. Think about the sequence of events. What happens first? Then what happens last? Many of these we read just like we would read other content, from top to bottom and left to right, unless there are numbers to guide you. So as you read this story, you're going to complete the sequence of events chart on page 265 if you have the worksheet. There will also be a Google form for this first read questions. Visually, remember that the first read are the orange questions. So you should be looking at them as you read the story. If you have any questions, reach out to me during office hours at 2 p.m. or send me an email at mireland@sagechipschool.net. Have a great day and bum a pee.